welcome. Today we have the Type 1 phaser from Star Trek the original series. If you like this content, please remember to subscribe, hit that bell notification and like the video. So these are all the parts. So these are the main bodies of the Type 1. There was an earlier version of the Type 1 which is there, and a later version of the Type 1. They changed it I think it was season 2, they changed the design. There's even a little screw on the back to get to the machineries inside. This is unfortunately just a full body phaser. There's nothing there's no trickery inside these ones. These are just dummies, I'm afraid. So we are going to get started with X1 Black. I'm actually running really low on this one. So the Type 1 phaser was the more diplomatic weapon, more designed for self-defense rather than assault mode, shall we say. So when you were on a planet being nice with all the aliens that you were visiting that week, you'd take your Type 1 with you just in case something goes wrong. Like, I don't know, the Klingons showing up on your space station full of tribbles, or they were actually used quite often if undercover, if you're in the past, for example, thanks to the Guardian of Forever sending your doctor back. All sorts of... They were used interchangeably between the Type 1 and the Type 2, but not so much in the TNG era, but definitely a lot more in the TOS era. So I really like... I'm not sure on the design myself. I think it was a bit bulky. It was definitely a product of its time. Our timeline, shall we say, the 1960s, where everything was like, oh look, big bulky and it's all zappy. But no, it's quite a nice little bit of kit. It definitely paved the way in phaser technology on TV screens. And most series have had a Type 1. You don't see them often. Like after TNG, they got really small. You couldn't really see them on screen, so they weren't used as often compared to the Type 2. But they definitely existed. In Discovery, you can actually see a Type 1. In the films, there are Type 1s, but again, not really seen much on screen. The Type 1 died with the Next Generation, unfortunately, but it's still an important design feature of Star Trek. So as I said, I'm actually running out really low on black paint, but I have enough to do both these bodies. So this is the earlier design. This is sort of loosely based around the Series 1 design. So I've actually forgotten to print parts here, but oh well. So moving on to the later design. Again, this is loosely based off the later design. So it's not 100% screen accurate because there's actually a wheel missing. But oh well. I can't be too nitpicky. So just painting along. That little grey strip you see being left behind, that's going to be an extra bit put on later. The later design had like a silver rail to it that went around the edge. Those two squares you see on the left corner, they are like a grill mesh sort of thing. I think in the series they would pop up to have like a little targeting sensor to help aim. Again, not really seen much on the screen, but they did exist. I think Discovery shows it off a little bit more than it did in the TOS. So I take a little bit of artistic liberty with the way I paint these, but they are mostly a black body with silver detailing. So you can hear Mrs. Ben talking. Mrs. Cosplay, should I say, talking in the background.
What's just fallen over?
Something's just fallen over. Oh well. So yes, this year I believe is an anniversary for Star Trek. I think it's 55 years. Don't quote me on that one. So it was about right to do a Type 1. Oh. So unfortunately the audio doesn't link up. So when I speed the footage up like I do here, the audio doesn't quite add up. So I have to mute the audio in the background most of the times. So what I said earlier about hearing MrBenn, Mrs. Cosplay speaking, you probably don't understand what I'm talking about. That's usual. You can see me there struggling to get the last of the black paint out of the bottom of the tub. I'm like, I've got to get this done. Busy, busy, busy. Paint, 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 paint. It gets very sticky when it's starting to come to the end because all the oils and everything that we've used up in previous paints, there's not much of it left by the end and it all settles at the bottom, so you just end up with this sticky goo of paint. But I've ordered some more, or well, I will be ordering some more, definitely. And now the last part of the back panel for the other type. I think this is the later Type 1. Yeah, that's the later Type 1. That's the second series onwards. So, if you are interested in phaser designs and seeing all the different phaser designs, there will be a link to a video in the description below. Myself and my friend Triangulum Audio Studios have actually done a series on Star Trek weaponry throughout the years. We've done Enterprise, Discovery, the original series. We've got a TNG episode coming out in March, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So please go, if you're not already subscribed to him, definitely go and drop him a like and subscribe. There you go, that's me showing I'm out of black paint. Just trying to get the last few bits now, just to finish it off. I need to get those last few details done. But, alas, oh, I dropped it. So I'm just going to leave those to dry now. And, of course, I always clean my brushes. So, let's get on the phone and order us some new paint. This is Hobbies. I think hobbies.co.uk. This is where I get all of my paint from. I really recommend them for their prices and their deliveries. Like, they're very quick with their deliveries. Really nice packaging. So I can't fault them really. They've been really good for me. So I got all my paints and my brushes from them. Really nice selection. So I cannot recommend them enough. So let me sort out my order. I'm going to be, you'll see what I order in a minute. So yeah, lots and lots of selection. Definitely one of the better sites I've been to. So there we go, confirmation of my order. Yeah, thumbs up. And now on to my actual sponsor, TrekSphere.com. If you are wanting to see more content from different people, definitely look out for TrekSphere.com. There's lots of sponsored content out there, including Triangulum Audio Studios, Jesse Gender, Trek Cat, and myself, MrBenn Cosplaying Props. There's What Did I Miss, with his breakdowns of all the different shows, Rowan. It's a massive amount. There you go. German Trekkies on there as well. There's me. So definitely go and check out TrekSphere.com for more fan-made content. Diving deep into the Star Trek universe. News, history, you name it. TrekSphere.com is your place to be. And now, my paints have arrived. There we go, there's my box. Just open it up really badly with a pair of scissors. Don't stab yourself. Which I didn't, but I'm just saying, always be careful with knives and scissors. So, Just trying to figure out how to open the box. There we go. There we go. Nice. So I ordered. Let's have a look. XF1 flat black. So normally I use acrylic, a glossy acrylic focus. There we go. But I decided today I want to try a flat colour. So I've got brown and bronze as well. They will be used at a later stage for something else. Okay, I'm just building up a supply of paint, so I don't have to order anything in. But black seems to want to be one of my most popular used colours, so I got 2. So I'm going to just quickly go over, give these faces another brush down, just to make sure that there's no bits missing, and gives it a nice coat. Ooh, get rid of the dog fluff, because I have 2 beautiful huskies and their hair gets everywhere. Seriously, huskies, lovely girls, but a lot of fluff. Yeah, just give it a nice quick brush off, just to make sure I get it all covered. I'm just doing the top and the sides and the base, which we left out last time. So, you know, the bits that generally get photographed the most, I'm going to make sure they look alright and they're not too glossy. So yes, this is the later design again, just to remind you. Yeah, really nice paint this actually. And yes, I do get it all over my hands again. And of course the base again on this one. Make sure I get in all the cracks and crevices. And over the main body. Get in all of there, get in all of there, make it nice and flat. And that's that bit done. So just clean my brushes off. Nice quick. I give it a good brush down with a bit of paper, tissue paper, kitchen roll. That water was clear before I move it onto screen. Don't worry, that's just the black paint. Yeah, always make sure you do use dry, clean water. What dry water? What are you talking about? And seal up your paints. Okay, so just take these supports off. So I had to reprint these because the original 2 snapped due to bad print quality, but yeah, just snap the supports off. I had to set the supports down to 10% overhang. Really awkward things to print, those 2 are. Thumb wheels, there we go, I printed those extra as well. So those were missing off last time. Phaser emitters, the actual barrel of the weapon. So I don't know why my hand's so shaky today, but yeah, that's how it would look like when I'm not jittering. There we go. Then the grill would go on top there like that. Just sit there quite nicely. And then of course the phaser emitter would go on the front. And just to show you what the other one would look like. There we go. So yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, you know what? Because that grill's not that big. Oh, and then here's the rails. You know what? I have an idea. So I'm going to take a bit of artist's liberty with how I'm painting these. So I'm going to paint this back plate here blue. And then the other one I think I'm going to do green. So here's the blue. It's just a nice basic blue. So really thick actually, and really bright colour. Dark colour, sorry, not a bright colour. It's a very dark blue. What am I talking about? Do you know what else goes blue? When you hit that like button, it also goes blue. Apparently, I've been told. Someone check it for me. Just speed this up a bit, and of course I'm doing it off screen because I'm an idiot. There we go. Thank you. And just do the whole lot. Even though the grill's going to go over it, I want to make sure everything looks the same. So just get in the corners. Yeah, nice coating of blue that. I'm really happy with that. So that blue is going to be the what I'm going to call the power bar setting that you see on the later phases. They don't tend to have one on the TOS ones, but the person that modelled these, links in the description below to the Thingiverse. That's how we model it, so that's how I'm going to have it. So again, clean the brush off. Put the blue away, just lean behind me and get the green. This is X28 green. Chuck those bits off unceremoniously. You know what, push those off to the side, I don't need them for now. What I found with this green is I think I need to mix it a little bit because it actually comes out very watery. I don't know if it's because I was using the same brush and it was still wet a little bit, but I do top it up towards the end of the video, and I will be doing a little bit more top up in post-production. These are going to be my private collection, so I'm happy. Yeah, there you go. That's that done. Like I said, I will be topping it up, filling it in, making sure it looks nice. Get rid of the fluff. So those lines you see on the black there, that's actually where I had a printer malfunction. But it still came out alright, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to leave it. This is for me. I can always redo them in the end. So now it's time to move on to a titanium silver. And this is going to be for all the silver accents, the grills, the thumb wheel, the emitter, just all the little details. So just get another nice brush, and I'm going to, there you go, mix it up, give it a good mix up, because I found with the titanium ones they separate quite easily. You can actually see some of the gunk at the bottom on my brush there. So don't know what it is with the titanium ones. It's Tamiya's fault. I don't know what's going on there. So right, let's just start brushing in. You know what? I think I will zoom in for you. There we go. Yep, just zoom in a little bit just so you can see what's going on. The grill pattern is actually really nice on this, but the bubbles from the paint fill it in a little bit. But I'm not too fussed. You can see the grill pattern. So, and you can actually see one of the dog hairs on it. Lovely. And yes, of course, paint on my thumb. There we go. That's one. Now two. So the artwork you can see in the background was actually designed by Triangulum Audio Studios. So thank you, mate. That is really good work. It's better than a piece of... What do you think of the background? Do you prefer it, or do you just want like a white background or a piece of wood? Let me know. Definitely. I like having the picture. It gives me a frame. And now we're on to the phaser emitters. Just, these are actually really awkward to hold. So yes, I get paint and bits and everything all over me. And I even dropped the damn thing. So yeah, this is really awkward to paint. I couldn't find my tweezers. I would have used those instead, but oh well. Come on, paint, 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 paint. Glue, well, not glue, but paint all over my hands, as per usual. But hey, it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't get paint all over my hands, would it? Now onto the side rails for the later version of the Type 2. So, yeah, just again, a really awkward thing to paint, to be honest, because of how thin it is. Oh well. So what do you think my next project should be? Do you want something Star Wars? Do you want something Star Trek? Do you want something Halo or Mass Effect? Leave a comment down below and I will see what I can do. Okay, and just clean the brush off again. And I'm cleaning the brush off and everything, and I realise, hang on a second. Seal up all the paint and everything, and I'm like, oh no, I'm going to need that. So I actually get white first, because I'm thinking, you know what, I'll do the wheels in white. And then I'm like, no, actually, I'm going to do them in silver, so they match. So, on with the silver. So yeah, these are the thumb wheels. I think these were the power settings that they would twizzle. I honestly don't know how these phasers would work, to be honest. But, oh well. That is for Star Trek to know and for us to think long and hard about. So I'm actually using part of the old grid that snapped in half just to hold it in place a little bit. And now we're onto the detail on the top of the phaser. So this is the top of the phaser emitter grill, I think, just to give it a bit more detailing, a bit of silver around the outside. So yeah, just do that's the earlier phaser there, and this will be the later phaser. I think, you know what, I'm just going to do the top of it, and then I spill a little bit of paint, and I go, you know what, I'm just going to do the whole thing. At least make it match between the two. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here, just doing the last few details. And then we're going to start putting it all together, and you can finally see what this thing looks like when it's done. Oh, don't forget to do the little screw at the bottom. I still find it funny that in the 22nd century, when this was set, they have crosshead screws. Just, yeah, crosshead screws, no magnets or locks or anything like that, just a little crosshead screw. And again, washing the brush. You can actually see part of my tripod in the bottom corner there. Oops. Oh well. Back to the green now, just to touch up that power bar. Much better now. Still could do with another layer, I think, later on, but I'm happy with it. So that's that bit done. Yeah, this is so that's all the painting done now, so we're going to get onto the construction phase of this video. Normally I would build all the models first and then paint them, but because of the intricate detail on this one, I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it in the reverse. I'm going to paint it first and then put it together. So So when I come to do the Type 2 handle, which is, yes, on my list of things to do, because the guy that made this has got a Type 2 handle to go with it, I'm going to build it first and then paint it. So, here we go. Bit of white first, because I've forgotten there was 2 buttons on the side of the original. So just do those in a nice white. Painted it square by hand. There's a little raised up section, but still I'm doing it by hand pretty much. So nice big dollop of white just to make sure that none of the black shows through. There we go. So yes, that is pretty much the painting phase done now. So definitely moving on to the construction phase. I promise you that one. I'm not lying now. Even though I've said it like 3 times, I'm definitely moving on to the construction phase. Come on. There we go. There's my super glue, because the memory card filled up. So I had to get the spare memory card. So just taking off some dog fluff then. There you go. Just blow that out of the way. See how it fits, how it all looks. I'm happy with that. So open up the glue. And I'm just going to speed it up again for you. Trying to get every last drop of glue out of this bottle before I have to start a new one. So you see me shaking it about quite a lot because it's like, get out, come on. But no, it won't want to come out. There we go, glue. There's some glue. And surprisingly enough, I didn't get any on my hands this time. So win, no glue malfunction. So now onto the thumb wheels. I'm like, come on, get some glue, come on. There we go, that's enough, that'll do me. Just drop that thumb wheel on, and the other one, there we go. Will they stand? Yes they will. Just a little bit on the top for the phaser emitters. Still not coming out, oh no, it's all set, there we go. And that's the phaser emitters on. And then I remembered to myself, hang on a second, I forgot a part here. So take it all off again. And yep, that's all set. So just run some glue down the edge, off screen again like an idiot. Get the first bar. And I actually put it in the wrong way round. So that's that clicked on quite nicely. There you go. Give it a good shake. I think, you know what, I'm going to try something else this time. I'm going to glue the rod itself instead of the body, because the glue wasn't quite seating itself in the hole. So now instead I'll just get glue all over the body. So I'm going to have to paint over where the glue was, but oh well. And I'm having a bit of a trouble just clicking that last piece in. Doesn't quite want to go, but it's in, it's done, almost. Come on, might have to clip a bit off it. Come on, there we go, that's that done. And yes, I now have 2 Type 1 phasers from the original series, dating all the way back to the 1960s. Phew. So, before I finish up, I just get the last of my black, well, my new black should I say, because I noticed there was a little bit of silver paint from when I touched it with my thumb. That's that bit done. And just a little touch up on the other one, off screen again. Yes, I know, I keep saying it, but I will get there, people, don't worry. There we go. So yep, just a little bit of touch up. Just around the buttons. And there we go, we are done. That is 2 Type 1 phasers, definitely finished now. Thank you very much for watching me. Again, check out treksphere.com. And subscribe, like, share, whatever. Comment in the comment section, please do. Good night.